श्री नित्यानंद त्रयोदशी महामहोत्सव की नित्यानंद रामचंद्र की चक्रधाम की प्रभुपाद की
Just checking the camera is correct.
Yeah. No, you should not keep it like this. You should see how it is.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So today is Nityananda Trayodashi, a very special day. And today we have a very special guest also. Actually, he's not guest, he's a family now. So the amount of time Prabhuji is giving for us in Gachibowli. How many of you think Prabhuji, or we are part of his family? Hari Bol. Only one Hari Bol? Hari Bol! So, as we don't want any disturbance during the lecture, so we are trying to finish the offering. Okay, all things are kept. Maybe we can start, Ritis will get dressed and the offering will happen. Thank you all Matajis and Prabhujis for coming on Nityananda Trayodashi. All the more it's very important we are all together on a festival day that keeps us united, that keeps us in one place, very important. On festival days, if we don't come together, then Krishna will not feel nice. Because where are we? The whole purpose is to celebrate his festivals, and especially Nityananda Trayodashi. And today I am also going to make a very nice announcement at the end of the class, and a very nice opportunity to serve Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So please stay on, and whoever is fasting, we'll definitely try to end the lecture by 12:30, something like that, and then you can all break your fast. And Prabhuji is also giving Bhagavatam class in ISKCON Habits tomorrow morning. So if you missed today's, if you want to attend more lectures of Prabhuji, you can come on Sunday morning to ISKCON Habits, and Sunday afternoon Preeti Vardhanam class for the entire Habits congregation, that also you can attend. And tomorrow evening, Prabhuji is giving Sunday Fist class here in Bhakti Center. So everybody please be present. These are great opportunities. And today also, right after this class, Prabhuji is going to Nalagandla Center to give a class. So if somebody is still hungry to hear more, definitely you can also go there today. And then tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, Prabhuji is here with us. He is continuing the series of Srila Prabhupada's prayers on Monday morning and Tuesday morning from 8 o'clock to 9:30. I am very grateful that wonderfully more than 70 to 80 devotees are coming. Whoever can come, please don't miss this opportunity. The special classes, such classes are not taken on the prayers of Prabhupada, and Prabhuji has written a book also on that. There are many books here. The book table will be kept soon, I believe. And it's already there outside. It's there outside. Yeah. So you can purchase the book and get Prabhuji's signature on the book as well. And in the evenings, Prabhuji is giving lectures on Ramayana. So, yeah. On evening, Prabhuji is giving lectures on Ramayana in two places now. One in my home Bihanga on Monday, and my home Tridasha. So Prabhuji is also understanding my home, lot of my homes happening. My home Krishi, my home this. So somehow it is a home created by Prabhupada, so it is our home. So please don't think whose house it is. It is, doors are open. You all are invited to come. Very interesting series Prabhuji is taking on evenings, I'm saying, on 2 brothers, 3 brothers and 4 brothers in Ramayana. Right? So Prabhuji is taking in a way that he is speaking about all of them and all the sections at the same time is focusing. So the next 2 sections primarily will be on 4 brothers, which is Ram, Lakshman, Shatrughan and Bharat. Right? So you don't want to miss that. So you can come. Yes, I am keeping online recording for people who are in ICU, except that you're not permitted. You're supposed to come in person. So try your best to come in person. Hare Krishna, Gaur Nitai ki. Yeah, they just come here. Once they are kept here and the offering starts, Prabhuji class can start. Hare Krishna. Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Nitya Chakra Dham ki, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. So, yeah. So there is much more to come in the next 3 days also. So don't miss it. And whoever have missed the previous lectures, you can always go to Nityananda's channel. There is one channel. Don't subscribe. Just listen to lectures. So. Purpose is to listen to the lectures, that's the reason we are recording. So, over to His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu ki Jai!
Connecting this.
Can you on the mic?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is this connected or is not it connected? Was it coming before?
Yes.
Okay. So let us begin with this prayer to Nityananda Prabhu, composed by Sri Rupa Goswami. Nityananda Prabhu Vande, Shri Chaitanya Priyam Yena Sankirtana Yagye Swam Shariram Samarpitam. So it's simple. It is describing that Nityananda, I offer my obeisance to Nityananda Prabhu. He Chaitanya Priya. He was very dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is very dear to those who are dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Chaitanya Priyam. Yena Sankirtana Yagya. For the purpose of Sankirtan, what did he do? Swam Sharir Samarpitam. That when his own body was attacked by Rupa Goswami, by Chaitanya Madai. So this is Rupa Goswami is remembering that. And he's saying that he offered his own body for the sake of delivering Jagai and Madai and for spreading the Sankirtan Yajna. So let us recite it all together 3 times. Nityananda Prabhu Vande, Shri Chaitanya Priyam Yena Sankirtana Yagye Swam Shariram Samarpitam. Nityananda Prabhu Vande, Shri Chaitanya Priyam Yena Sankirtana Yagye Swam Shariram Samarpitam. Nityananda Prabhum Vande Shri Chaitanya Priyam Priyam Yena Sankirtana Yagye Swam Shariram Samarpitam Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. My dear Lord, please help us to appreciate the glories of your divine descents and your divine mission and become inspired to participate in that mission. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All of you welcome today on the very sacred and potent occasion of the appearance of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So today I'll talk about the historical legacy of Nityananda Prabhu, and we will talk some of his remarkable pastimes. But we'll also try to place them in connection is not coming. Okay. Okay. So we will try to look this in historical context. So we'll look at Nityananda Prabhu's life, but what came before it? What was the state of Bhakti, of Vaishnavism, of Gaudiya Vaishnavism before? And then, any problem again?
Yeah, just keep that on the other side.
This one?
Yeah, I think it is obstructing some signal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what came before his life? Then we have Nityananda Prabhu's life. And then what came after him and how he contributed, how his legacy. So to appreciate the legacy of a person, it's helpful to see it in historical context. Now, Nityananda, the word literally means? Yes, Nityananda, constant happiness, enduring happiness. Now this refers both to a principle and a person. And that dual identity or dual features, we could say this is an integral feature of the dual dimensions, we can say. That Krishna is God, he is a person, at the same time he is a principle. And Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo, mattaha sarvam pravartate. He is talking about a principle, that I am the source of everything. But then that Aham is also a person. So the dual dimensions is that there is person and there is a principle. There is Vyakti and there is Tattva. And both need to be understood. So I'll be interviewing both of these when we try to understand the legacy. But before we go into that, let's try to look at these two three things fully. See, if we consider Krishna only to be a person and not a principle, then what happens is it's very easy to start treating Krishna as just like any ordinary person. So if it's only person, then we can develop a mundane vision. We treat Krishna only as a principle, we can develop an impersonal vision. Oh, this is just a principle, like gravity is a principle or karma is a principle. So Krishna is both, is a person and a principle. So same way, Nityananda, it's both a person. Nityananda is a person and he's a principle. So person was, he appeared at a particular time in history. He was the closest associate of Mahaprabhu as a person. But then he is also a principle. So he was closest associate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as a principle, he represents, as I said, the very name represents constant happiness. So one who was himself constantly joyful, but who also is representing the Adi Guru, the person who takes us towards that eternal happiness. So he, as a person, he embodies constant joy. He was always ecstatic. But as a principle, he facilitates us to go towards that joy. So today, we'll be focusing more on that facilitating part, how we created a legacy. But there is a personal side and there is a side of the principle. So now, one of the distinctive features of the Bhakti tradition at large is the centrality of God's love for us. That we exist in this world, and the Bhagavatam says that there are many, many descents of Krishna. And how many descents are there? As many as there are waves in the ocean. So, why so many descents? Because the Lord's love is endless, it is infinite. And He manifests in different ways at different times. And when Krishna manifests in the world, He doesn't come alone. He comes with many of His associates. And His associates also play a significant role. If we consider the Ramayana, the name itself is Ramayana. So it's the story of Ram. And yet, in the Ramayana, often the most recited section is the Sundarkand. And in the Sundarkand, practically Lord Ram is absent. Isn't it? That is about Hanuman's adventures primarily, and Hanuman's meeting Sita. So Lord Ram is absent and yet he is present. He is present in the hearts of his devotees. So, Tadgati Satata Samsata Hanumat Satata Samsmita Rama Tadgati Vigna Dhvamsaka Rama. It is. Constantly he was being remembered by Hanuman, and then all the obstacles in his path were being destroyed. So the idea is that when the Lord comes, He does wonderful things, but He has His associates who may be of divine origin, who may be of celestial origin, who may be of terrestrial origin. Divine means they come from the spiritual world. Celestial means they come from the Devata Swarga Loka. Or they may be from here in the world also. Those fortunate souls who are here, they all become a part of the Lord's avatar. So basically, if the spiritual world is here and the material world is here, then the Lord descends from the spiritual world to the material world. He stays for a finite amount of time and then He returns to the spiritual world. So this is avatar. Now when He comes, He doesn't come alone. As I said, He comes and sometimes He lets His devotees, His associates have a more astonishing role in some ways. Like I said, in many ways, Hanuman becomes the show stealer in the Ramayana. Like some actor comes in the second half and some actor in the movie plays such a good role that people forget the hero. So, in some ways, Hanuman is like that. And that is, sometimes the hero may start feeling very insecure. Sometimes in a movie there are two heroes, both of them are competing for screen time. Who has more screen time? But the Lord is not insecure like that. The Lord is happy to see His devotees doing glorious things. Like that in the Mahabharata, Krishna is present, but the Pandavas are the heroes. So the Lord wants His associates also to do wonderful things. And so when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends, at that time, along with him, Nityananda Prabhu descends. So just as we have Krishna and Balaram, just as we had Ram and Lakshman, like that, we have Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, I will talk, when we talk about Nityananda Prabhu's life, I'll talk a little bit about the dynamics of the relationship between them. But I'm giving the background more in terms of theological background, that when they descended, so the Lord descends with his associates, and the associates also have particular missions within the mission of the Lord. So the Lord has Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge, that's the mission. Within that, particular associates may have particular important missions. So if we consider that Lord Ram comes with Lakshman, then Krishna comes with Balaram, and we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes with Nityananda Prabhu. So now we will see here that when Nityananda Prabhu comes, this is, see, when the Lord, the avatar has one characteristic, that generally the Lord comes at a particular time, and the Lord comes within the cultural context of that time, and then manifests some extraordinary quality to it. So when Lord Ram and Lord Krishna came, they came primarily as Kshatriyas, and their purpose was Vinashaya Dushkritam, to destroy the demons. But in Kali Yuga, the universe has multiple cycles, and the current cycle, as we know, is Kali Yuga. So current phase in that cycle is Kali Yuga. And in some ways, we could say that those souls who couldn't pass through the filters of time and mercy in the previous ages, they are who remain in Kali Yuga. It is that Kali Yuga is the place where most souls are unfortunately very fallen. And because of this, if the Lord comes to kill Vinashaya Dushkrita, then everybody will have to be killed. So the Lord comes here not as a Kshatriya but as a Brahmana. And his mission is not to kill the demons, it is to kill the demoniac mentality in people. And so when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, along with him, or rather in principle along with him, but in chronology, before him, Nityananda Prabhu descends. So this theological context of the descent is to demonstrate the Lord's love for us, and how his love is seen in one sense. If you see how it is, the divine descent, the Lord descends, but the divine descent is to actually inspire the human ascent. So the Lord comes from above to below to actually inspire us to rise up. So there's the divine descent. So Krishna says that he has two purposes. One is at that time Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. But along with that is another purpose, that is Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yo Vetti Tattvataha Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti So Arjuna. So one thing is to establish order in the world. That is a timely purpose. The nature of the world is Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashtaha Parantapa. That order is established, again disorder will be there. Order is established, again disorder will be there. But then that is a timely purpose is important, but even more important is the timeless purpose. That when we hear the pastimes of the Lord, when we understand what his love is. So Kunti Maharani says that Bhavesmin Krishyamananam Avidya Kama Karmabhi Shravana Smaranarhani Karishyam Iti Kechana. Oh really?
From ISKCON Abbot's Temple, Nityananda Prabhu Mala.
Okay. Wow. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is huge. You can have it. Nityananda Bhava.
Keep passing. Sorry, Prabhu.
No. Amazing. So when Lord Chaitanya appeared, as I said, his mission was to transform the hearts, to destroy the demoniac mentality in people. And this was a time when there are multiple cultural contexts. So we have the Lord, both of them appeared in Bengal. So there's a very small devotee, a Vaishnava community was there. Then there was a larger Vedic community, and beyond that there was the rule of the Islamic rulers. So at that time, if we consider, so this is the devotee, the Vaishnava community, and now there was still a broader Vedic community which was focused more on rituals. And people would even, it is said, people would recite the Bhagavatam, but there would be no bhakti in the recitation of the Bhagavatam. People would do rituals, but it was simply for the sake of doing rituals. It was that bhakti bhava was not there. So it was more of a karma kanda kind of thing. And the point was that the original purpose was lost. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at one level had an inward mission and an outward mission. We know the internal reason, external reason. His inner mission was to relish Krishna prema and to especially relish Radharani's love for Krishna. His external mission was to spread Krishna prema. So Nityananda Prabhu plays a very important role in his external mission. He also plays a role in his internal mission, and I'll talk about that. So one is to go deeper and deeper. So it's like Bhakti has these two aspects, that it's wider, our growth happens both ways, wider and deeper. So wider means that we spread the Bhakti message wider among more and more people. So more and more people come to Bhakti. That is one aspect of the spread. The other is deeper, means we go deeper into our heart, we connect more with Krishna. And both of these are the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when we get the Brahman Diksha, we chant the Gayatri Mantra. There's a Gaura Gayatri Mantra also. Like the main Gayatri Mantra, and then we have Krishna Gayatri, Gaura Gayatri Mantra. So in the Gaura Gayatri Mantra, there is two aspects to it. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is relishing Krishna's love and he is sharing Krishna's love. So when Mahaprabhu appeared, at that time he appeared in Navadvip. So before him, Sri Nityananda Prabhu had appeared, and I won't go over all of the life of Nityananda Prabhu, but I'll focus on certain key incidents. So he appeared in a place called Ekachakra. Ekachakra is still a significant pilgrimage place near Mayapur. Several hours from Mayapur, many devotees go there for yatra. It's a very peaceful and serene village. And from there, since he was a child, so when the Lord comes into the world, it's like at one level it's ordinary, in the sense that just like any other child. But there is also something extraordinary over there. So from his childhood, he would be so absorbed in the Lord's pastimes. And they would play, he would be enacting those pastimes. And while enacting those pastimes, the idea is that we may enact, like sometimes children may do some drama. And while doing the drama, they do the dialogue. And then it's a very good memory for them. Oh, I had this dress, I dressed like this, I had this wearing this costume, I had this headdress, this. And it's a very nice memory. And in one sense, for us, when we are trying to share Krishna Bhakti with our children, one of the most important things is that we give them happy memories of Krishna Bhakti. So now, at that time, the culture was such that children would perform spontaneously. They didn't have to be coached and trained to come. In that normal place, Nityananda Prabhu with his friends would perform the dramas of Krishna and Ram. And Sometimes when he would perform the drama, he would get so absorbed, so immersed that he would forget external reality. And at one time when he was performing, the drama was going on, he was playing the role of Lakshman. And then in the fight, there was a fight with Indrajit, there was a fight with Ravan, and one particular point, Lakshman gets hit. And he's hit with an arrow, so Nityananda gets hit and he faints. And now everybody thinks it's a drama, so okay, get up now. Doesn't get up at all. They shake him, can't get up. The kids are panicking, what happened? And they run and call their parents, and Nityananda Prabhu's parents, they come, and he seems to be completely lifeless. What happened over here? What happened to this child? And they call a Vaidya over there. He says, no sign of life. What were you doing? And now the character who shot the arrow said, I didn't do anything. It's a small arrow. What did you do? What kind of arrow was it? And they couldn't figure out anything. At that time, they remember that this is a drama going on. So then the character who is Hanuman, he goes and gets the booty. And when he brings the herbs, Nityananda automatically gets up. So it's like we have these two levels in Bhakti. There is attention and there is absorption. So attention is that there are many stimuli in our life. So right now we are here in the temple, you are sitting over here. Maybe sitting on the floor is comfortable, not comfortable. You are fasting, maybe you are feeling hungry. So while there are many sensations, Krishna is one sensation. So if this is my consciousness and this is Krishna, then Krishna is one of the stimuli coming in my consciousness. That is attention. But when I pay attention to Krishna, Krishna starts becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when Krishna becomes so big that it is my consciousness that enters into Krishna. And this is absorption. So from attention, we want to go to absorption. So attention is where we give entrance to Krishna, and absorption is where we gain entrance in Krishna. Not in the sense of merging, but in the sense of immersion. I think if we immerse something in water, it becomes completely wet. So for him, for us, we may do some drama at that time. We pay attention to try to remember the dialogue, to remember how to act, how to do all those things. So we have to pay attention. But for him, Nityananda, he was a small child, known as Nitai. For him, it is not a matter of attention, it is a matter of absorption. He's completely immersed and transported to a different world. And the most potent aspects of bhakti are when we have this transformative experience. Not transformative, transportative experience. We feel as if we are transported to a different domain. And when we try to have a temple, the idea is in temple there are many spiritual stimuli, and we feel as if we have entered a different world. So Nityananda Prabhu, in one sense, through his childhood play, was demonstrating how we need to be absorbed in Krishna, how we would like to be transported. So it was not that he was somebody who practiced sadhana to become an exalted devotee. That exalted devotion was already there. So he is the Lord, but he is come at a time when the Lord is going to come as a Channa avatar. Channa avatar is one who is hidden. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not demonstrate or publicly talk about his divinity. So accordingly, he came to teach us how to practice bhakti through his personal example. And therefore, when his associates play that role. So Nityananda Prabhu from his childhood is demonstrating that. And then after that, when he's still a boy, a sannyasi comes to the house of his father, Adai Pandit, and he serves him very faithfully. And then he serves him, and especially assisting him in the service is Nitai. So Nitai serves the sannyasi very, very nicely. And then when the sannyasi is leaving after a few days, he says, Adai Pandit says, what dakshina can I give you? Thank you for coming and staying at our place. So he says, your son served me so nicely. can you give your son to me as an associate? Now, Hadai Pandit is shattered. Yes, how can I do that? At that time, he remembers Dashrath giving his son Ram to Vishwamitra. And now there's still a difference. Vishwamitra actually assures Dashrath Maharaj that I want your son only for 10 days, for a finite period. I have to do a yajna. Now, of course, from that yajna, many other things happen. That after that, he takes them to Sita Swayamvar and there he wins Sita's hand, Lord Ram. But the point is, it's a finite duration. He says, I have to do this yajna for this time, and for this time, I need the yajna to be protected. And Ram alone can do this. So, for Dashrath Maharaj's sacrifice, but he faints at that time. So, for Hadai Pandit, it's a greater sacrifice because the sannyasi is saying, give me your son for life. And he says, with a very heavy heart, he blesses his son, tells him, serve sannyasi. And Nityananda Prabhu starts traveling with him. And then, what happens? This sannyasi with whom he is, now, the sannyasi, he leaves the world. Nityananda is now alone. He's still a teenage boy. But for him now, that taste of going to the holy places and immersing himself in the purity and the spirituality, the bhakti of those places, that has come so much that for him even the thought of going back to his home doesn't come. He goes to Vrindavan eventually. And there he is completely absorbed in relishing Krishna Prema. And he is waiting for the time when not just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, but when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts his mission. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will start manifesting his mission. So in many ways, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, their arcs. So like if we have a movie, you may have this character over here, and the story turns and the characters meet. So like that, both in one sense, their arcs are quite different. So we will see that Nityananda Prabhu, in his childhood, he leaves home, and then later on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells him become a grahastha. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lives at home, he gets married, and then he takes sannyas. So in many ways, the traveling that Nityananda Prabhu does in his childhood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does in his later years. So it's almost like a mirror kind of thing. But so what happens? Nityananda Prabhu, he's traveled to the various holy places, and then he is waiting for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to start manifesting his Bhakti Leela. So we'll try to look at the trajectories over here. So when the Lord descends over here, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, when the Lord descends, sometimes the Lord may show some extraordinary signs of Bhakti. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he would, as a Nimai, he would cry, and he would stop crying only when people would start doing kirtan. So that was a sign of Bhakti. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Nimai, he had a bit of a, some of the children when they come into the teenagers, they have a rebellion phase. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't have a rebellion phase, he had an intellectual phase. So generally what happens, the Lord descends to the world, the Lord manifests whatever is the excellent in the world. Like Krishna or Lord Ram, they came in an age where Kshatriyas were there. Lord Ram was the greatest warrior. Krishna himself defeated great demons. And although he did not fight in the Kurukshetra war, he was the greatest warrior. So the Lord often becomes the greatest in whichever field he manifests, in whichever age he manifests according to the definition of greatness. So in one sense, Nityananda Prabhu at that time there were two paths at that prominent. Bhakti was there, but there's the path of Jnana and there's the path of Vairagya. So Nityananda Prabhu manifests excellence in the path of Vairagya. And as a child only, he renounced home. As a child, he renounced home, and as a childhood itself, he was traveling to holy places, staying in holy places. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, manifested perfection in the path of jnana. So the idea is, throughout history, the path of bhakti has been devalued by people. Oh, bhakti is for sentimental people, bhakti is for people who cannot do austerities, bhakti is for this. Yes, those people can also practice bhakti, but everybody can practice bhakti. So Mahaprabhu, through himself and through Nityananda Prabhu, he is demonstrating some important principle. That somebody who was so utterly renounced, completely detached. So that person also, Nityananda Prabhu, wholeheartedly embraces and espouses, shares the path of bhakti. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he grew up, and as he came into his teenage years, he became a great scholar. In fact, Keshav Kashmiri was considered to be a world champion scholar, Digvijay Pandit. And Mahaprabhu, he was at that time as Nimai Pandit, he was just a small, he was a small time teacher basically. Like somebody is a Nobel laureate scholar and somebody is a junior lecturer in a university. So Nimai Pandit was like that. And he was so small in his age, and at that time, he defeated Keshav Kashmiri. And he attained the pinnacle of scholarship. And then what happened? From there, he turned to bhakti. So around the age of 20, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was around 20, this is the time he went to Kashi for doing the last rites of his father. Gaya, sorry, not Kashi, Gaya. Gaya, he went to Gaya. And then when he came back, and Gaya he met Ishwar Puri, and that was the time he started manifesting his bhakti. So he attained the pinnacle of scholarship, and then he said, okay, scholarship what it offers, what bhakti offers is even greater. So Prabhupada also, Indians at that time were thinking, this bhakti is for poor people, we want to progress materially. And Prabhupada said, I'll go to the materially most progressive country and see that they are practicing bhakti. So the idea is that whatever people consider as success in a particular time, if those who are the most successful in that area, they manifest devotion in that particular time, that particular era, then people become more attracted. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the age of 20, when he started manifesting his devotion. So this is where their paths cross. So Nityananda Prabhu was in Vrindavan and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Mayapur, in Navadvip. So this is where the first time they meet. And now we know this is Krishna and Balaram, this is Rama and Lakshmana, but there is something distinctive. Okay, something going wrong here? In between the voice is going off, isn't it? Okay, let's see. So there is something distinctive about Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as these divine brothers. That is okay. So there is something distinctive, that is, there is no record of a first meeting between Ram and Lakshman or a first meeting between Krishna and Balaram, because they were brothers and they grew up together. So it is described in the Gopal Champu that Krishna and Balaram, although there is some age difference between them, they grew up so much together that even their Namakaran was done together. And when there are small babies, should I use the other mic or what is happening? Down. Okay. Okay, let's try turning this on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay. Maybe you can just turn off the mic, take out the mic from there. Just take it out, at normal audio going there. So it is described in the Gopal Champu that because both of them were small children, and then when their Namakaran was done, at that time they did not understand. So whenever their mother would call Krishna, both Krishna and Balram would turn their head. When they would call Ram, both of them would turn their head. And then both would turn their head, and then the mother would come and pick up one of them. What happened? Why have not picked it up? So then slowly they started understanding, okay, my name is Krishna, his name is Balram. Like that, his name is Ram. So now so there is this special rasa. I think still the problem is going on. No?
Trying to change. Sorry, bro. Can you just change this?
Sri 12 years. 12 years. Let's recite the prayer. Shri Nityananda Prabhum Vande Chaitanya Priyam Priyam Shri Sankirtana Yagye Swam Shariram Samarpitam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So I think that was a misdiagnosis. I don't think this is interference, but let's keep it aside for the time. So I was talking about there is a special joy of the first meeting. That is between the two brothers, the two divine brothers. There is no encounter like that, no report of the first meeting between them at other times, in the other avatars. So Nityananda Prabhu comes, and in some ways Nityananda Prabhu inverts. So just the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Chanda avatar. So like that Nityananda Prabhu comes and he stays hidden. So he comes to Navadvip and he stays in the house of Nandanacharya. And when he's staying there, now when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes back, he's suddenly exhibiting signs of great devotion. And then the Vaishnavas and his friends, associates in Navadvip, they tell him that there is this sannyasi who was tall. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is tall, Nityananda was also tall. He's just so tall and so impressive, so golden complexion. He came and he was here, and you would love to meet him. He's an extraordinary person. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, yes, I would like to meet him, find out where he is. And they all go out in search. They search, but nobody can find him anywhere. And then what happens is, finally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, I will tell you where to find him. And he goes straight to the house of Nandanacharya. And there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu meet for the first time. And when they meet, Nityananda Prabhu sees and they run forward and they embrace each other in ecstasy. And the tears of joy start flowing. All the associates of Mahaprabhu are there at that time. He is still Nimai, not yet taken sannyas, but they see, who is this person? What is this ecstasy? Mahaprabhu has rarely exhibited such emotion. So there are two very significant hugs, which in one sense change the subsequent trajectory of Mahaprabhu's life. So after meeting Nityananda Prabhu and after hugging, now we can't say it is the cause, but it is, you could say it is the trigger. It is what? So in one sense, hugging Nityananda Prabhu, that brings out the preacher within Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And later on, when Lord Chaitanya is on the mission to South India, when he hugs Ramanand Rai, that brings out the Radha Bhav within him. And thereafter, he becomes, especially when he meets Ramanand Rai again, That's the time when he's relishing Krishna Bhakti more and more. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. So he's come as a devotee, and initially he is manifesting the role of a devotee. Initially as he's manifesting the role of a scholar, then he starts manifesting the role of a devotee. So through the embrace with Nityananda Prabhu, or from that time onwards, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a preacher, I said his mission is spreading wider and going deeper. So Nityananda Prabhu plays a special role in that. And from that time onwards, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are saying that they have such ecstatic exchange. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that we should now share Krishna Bhakti to everyone. We should give the holy name to everyone. So let's look at a beautiful song over here. Would anyone like to sing this song? We'll discuss one stanza and we'll move forward from there. So this is Akaroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akaroda means that he is as free from anger. Even when we'll see how that happens. Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Vedai. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells him, go from house to house and share the message of the holy name. Chant the holy names, take shelter of Krishna. So that's what he will tell. So would anyone like to sing this?
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagari Vedai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Vedai. 2-3 times.
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagari Vedai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Vedai.
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Rai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagari Vedai.
Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Vedai. Keep it ready. We'll continue. And now, so in some ways, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as we say, he is the most liberal avatar, Mahavadanyaya. And that is true. At the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, it is an even more liberal manifestation of that is shown by Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu, as I said, the Vairagya Marga from his childhood he renounced. But he never formally took sannyas. He is technically known as a Avadut. Avadut means that they are so transcendental that they transcend all rules and regulations. See, a sannyasa ashram also has rules and regulations. Their renunciation is so spontaneous and so deep and so natural that they don't care for any rules and regulations. Not that they don't follow, but they don't need those rules and regulations. They transcended it. So he takes that kind of that form of natural renunciation, and then Rishabhadev. Well, yes, Rishabhadev also we could say. Yes, Rishabhadev we can say. Rishabhadev was more. It was he took it at the end of his life, and then he basically got disconnected from the world. Nityananda Prabhu was not exactly disconnected from the world. He was traveling to various holy places. He was meeting people, and then he was with Mahaprabhu. So it's somewhat similar, but not exactly the same. There are different focuses within it. So now, Abhimana Shunya Nitai. Abhimana Shunya is that he is himself the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Guru. He is himself a great saint. And yet, what does he do at that time? He basically is Nagare Veda. He goes house to house. He goes house to house, and what does he do? So, Adhama Patita Jivera Dware Dware Giya. He goes to different people's home, knocks on their door, and then he requests them, Harinama Maha Mantra, Dichene Milaiya. That Dichene, he gives it to them, please take it. It's like nowadays we have home delivery of food. There's home delivery of mercy. So, like that, he is offering the mercy wherever he himself goes. Yes, 3 times you can see this.
Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Dikshe na Bilaiya. Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Dikshe na Bilaiya.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Dikshe na Bilaiya.
Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Adhamapatita jive thare thare kiya.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Dikshe na Bilaiya.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Dikshe na Bilaiya.
So, the nature of the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu is that he was, we could say, the original preacher in the Gaudiya tradition. Mahaprabhu himself was also, of course, a preacher, but there's a slight difference. See, the saintly people would travel from place to place. The saintly people would generally travel to holy places. So in one sense, they are purifying themselves by going to the holy places. And when they travel to other places, they generally go to pious people. People who value their association. There are so many verses in the Bhagavatam where if some sannyasi comes to somebody's home, they say, this is Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani, Tirtha Bhuta Swayam before that. All the holy places have come to our home now. We are extremely fortunate, we are extremely blessed. So in one sense, the saintly people, they would go to the homes of people who are already pious and value their association. So even when we have the Ramanacharya, Madhvacharya, they would travel and they would go to scholars. There were debates among scholars and the scholars would get converted. Mahaprabhu also did that with many people. With Sarvabhattacharya, went with Prakashanand Saraswati. But going to people who are not interested at all, going to people who are disrespectful or neglectful at least. Now that was something which was not so much openly done before. So in the past, overall the culture was pious. Generally there would be respect for saintly people, there would be respect for spirituality. But it was not that everybody was a devoted person. There are also gradations of people were there. And the general attitude is that and let everyone people go their way. If they want to come, then they come to saintly people. And saintly people go where they are valued. And that itself is their compassion. But a greater amount of mercy is to go where we are not valued. And to go there and to reach out, to do outreach there, that is not easy. Now, in one sense, we can say there is greater reward over there because if those people get transformed. But what if those people don't get transformed? Then there can be so much trouble that comes up. So when Nityananda Prabhu, he is going here, he is going to different people in giving, at least when you talk about food home delivery. It's somebody that person ordered and when you bring it, they value it. But here it is going and giving even to people who do not value it. So there's another song of Bhakti Thakur where he says that this is the marketplace of the holy name. So yeah. So if we get time, we'll sing some of the lines from there also. But the point is that this is where Nityananda Prabhu is going out to various people. And before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, Bhakti was there. But generally, the bhakti was more in the temples, doing kirtan in the temples. And it was also more performative than participatory. Performative means what? There's one person who does kirtan and everybody folds their hands and listens. So Mahaprabhu started making it more participatory. And Mahaprabhu also started taking it public. So Harinam Kirtan was always there, but the public Harinam Kirtan, so the idea of going beyond the precincts of the temple. So in every tradition, there is this tension between preserving and propagating. So when you want to preserve something, then it has to be preserved as it is. It has to be kept. That's how things are preserved. But propagating means when we want to reach out. So if we have a temple already, we want to preserve the temple. In the temple, there are certain standards of deity worship. There are certain standards we follow. Now, when you want to start propagating, we may have a center in a place where there may be no shikhar at the top of the temple. We may have a place where the deities are not necessarily facing in the eastern direction. We may have a place where many of the rules of the tradition are not being followed. So what happens? Now, if propagating goes too far, then what happens? The standards start becoming too low. But if only preserving is what is focused on, then the propagating will not happen. If somebody says, okay, if you want to give a class, if you want to speak Bhagavad Gita, this is pure message of Krishna. So we will speak the message of Bhagavad Gita only in a house where no meat is being eaten. And then there will be no propagation of the message, isn't it? So preserving and propagating both are important. Now preserving is also an act of mercy because that's how future generations are getting. Propagating is also an act of mercy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very liberal in the sense that what is he doing? He is giving Krishna's mercy to everyone. At the same time, he is giving Krishna prem to everyone. At the same time, he is in the sannyasa ashram. So there is no account of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going and knocking on people's doors. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had such a charismatic personality that when he would travel, people would hear about this great saint who has come. Now, in those times, when a saint would travel, there would be no advanced planning. There would be no WhatsApp messages sending this program is there, come for this program. Nothing like that. It was just, his presence would be such that by word of mouth it would spread. Describe that Mahaprabhu's, his form was golden, his rupa, his prema, and his vani. The emotion, his complexion, his majestic golden form was so attractive. Then the amount of love of Krishna that he had, that divine emotion that he would display, and then when he would himself sing, he would dance, especially more than his, and his vani, his nritya. He would sometimes sing, but when he would dance, people would just come to see that. It was just captivating sight. But the point is that people would come to see Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was not going door to door. Mahaprabhu was going city to city, village to village. And in that village, people would come to him. But Nityananda, what is doing is, he's taking this mission further. He is going, Adhama Patita Jivera Dware Dware Giya. That he goes to people who have no interest in bhakti, who have rejected bhakti. And he is reaching out to them. Now that's why the first two qualities are Akarodha and Abhimana Shunya. Let's see, when we are offering something valuable and the other person does not value it, it's, what am I doing here? Why should I even be here? Isn't it? So it's very easy to, not in the egoistic sense, but easy to feel, nobody likes to feel devalued or disrespected. Why should I be even here? But to consciously go to people who are most likely to devalue us and then to reach out to them for their sake. That is the tradition of compassion that Nityananda Prabhu started. Can you go next slide? So, Jare dekha tare kahe dante trinadhari. Whoever meet, you tell them with humility. So there are, in different traditions, there are different ways of expressing humility. So Dante Trunadhari, that holding a truna in the one's teeth, is one way of profound humility. So Amare Kinya Laha Balagaurahari. Please, for my sake, I beg you once, please chant the name of Gaurahari. Please chant the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
जाने देखी तारी कहे गंते क्रीडाधारी
सारे देखे तारे काहे संते तृणाधारी
हमारी किया नह बोलो भरहारी
हमारे पिनिया जहाँ बन गौरहारी
जाने देखी तारी कहे गंते क्रीडाधारी
सारे देखे तारे काहे संते तृणाधारी
हमारी किया नह बोलो भरहारी
हमारे पिनिया जहाँ बन गौरहारी
तारे देखे तारे कहे गंते क्रीडाधारी
सारे देखे तारे काहे संते तृणाधारी
हमारी किया नह बोलो भरहारी
हमारे पिनिया जहाँ बन गौरहारी.
So now in this mission of compassion, so Nityananda Prabhu, all this is happening at the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also there in Navadvip, and Nityananda Prabhu is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in 1486. Nityananda Prabhu appeared about 12 years before that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started manifesting his bhakti from 1505, 1506, and he was around 20. Then he took sannyas and he left to go to Vrindavan, but ended up in Puri. That is in 1510. So now, in the 4 years when both Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were together, after that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu both went together to Puri, but then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, you should leave, and we'll talk about that later. But during these 4 years, Nityananda Prabhu was going house to house and just traveling to various places. He was doing this all for the sake of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there, at one time he heard, he was going to different people, and generally what happens is, when we want to share Krishna Bhakti, we want to know, okay, we are distributing books, we want to organize Rath Yatra, which is a potential locality, we could do it here, we could do it here, we could do it here. So normally, when we go to a particular place, we see which is the most receptive. But Nityananda Prabhu's definition of success was the opposite. Who is the most unreceptive? He said, if we can go to the most unreceptive people and we can transform them. So when he is traveling around, they are going along the road, going to different houses, and then suddenly they see people running away from there, particular place. Say, what's happening? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks, what is happening? And the people running away. There are these two people. They are such sinful people that any pious person, if he even sees them, they go and jump into the Ganga with their clothes on to bathe to purify themselves. They are so sinful. So these were Jagadananda and Madhavan. They become Jagai and Madai. And then Nityananda told them, stop, tell me more. So Nityananda was hearing about the kinds of sinful activities that they had done. See, the normal human tendency, if you hear of somebody who is a very sinful person, very fallen person, the normal tendency will be disgust, shock, contempt, all negative emotions. But the more Nityananda Prabhu heard about these two people, he became excited. He became excited. Sometimes there's a delicious sweet, you can say there's mouth-watering sweet. So it was like heart-watering for his compassion. So he said, oh yes. So he said that, there's described Chaitanya Bhagavat, and he said, just as Lord Narayan is glorified, that by the chanting of his name, Ajamil was saved. So he said that just as, similarly, if Jagai and Madai are delivered, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be glorified like that. So he was looking at Jagai and Madai, but he was not looking only at Jagai and Madai. He was seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and how Mahaprabhu's mercy can deliver. So the idea is that our God consciousness, when we are Krishna conscious, we can often look at people and see how they are not Krishna conscious. Oh, this person eats meat, this person does this, this person does that, this person does that. And that we have to be, for our own protection, we have to be aware of that. But Krishna consciousness means not just to see the absence of Krishna consciousness. It also means to see the potential for Krishna consciousness. So this is what Nityananda Prabhu is saying. Oh, they are so fallen, they are so sinful, they are so tamasic, that degrade, they are going to go to hell. That was not his focus. That there is a potential for Krishna consciousness over there. And if they can be inspired to become devotees, then, so in one sense you say, normally Krishna's principle in the Bhagavad Gita is, Yadyad acharati sreshthas tattad eveta rojana. Just as what great people do, others will follow. And that is one way to go to the top of people and transform them. But Nityananda Prabhu's way is go to the bottom people and transform them. Then nobody will have any doubt about the potency of the process. This really works. So it works both ways. It's like, say, if there are some tuition classes, they say, oh, from our IIT tuitions, there are 50 students got into JEE, passed JEE and got into IIT. Oh, that's glorious. But quite often, these top tuition classes, you have entrance for those tuition classes itself. And they will not take anyone who is not really a top student. You already have to have a certain level of percentage. So imagine a student who barely passed in 10th. And some tuition classes say, we'll take this person and we'll make them a JEE topper. Oh, that would be really remarkable. So it is not just Nityananda Prabhu's compassion over there, but it is also his confidence in Mahaprabhu's potency, in Mahaprabhu's mercy. Srila Prabhupada also, when he went to America, it was his compassion. But along with his compassion, that was his confidence. So he became excited with compassion. And then he approached Jagai and Madai. And then Haridas Thakur was there with him. Now Haridas Thakur, it's interesting that this Adhama Patita Jivera Dware Dware Giya. So it was, the Haridas Thakur from our perspective is an exalted saint. And he's of course an exalted saint. But he was also born in a non-Hindu family. So in one sense, for him, contact with people who have fallen was not considered to be contaminating. For people like Advaita Acharya, who was born in the Brahminical family, there, if he had started going to the houses of people who were very fallen, then he would have been accused that you have no sense of Shuchi or Muchi. You are a Brahmana who doesn't understand anything. So it was Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is Avdut, and both of them are traveling. And when they are going to different people's places, so now Haridas Thakur is also very compassionate. But Haridas Thakur says, don't go to these people. This is going too far. Nityananda Prabhu is completely absorbed, is completely excited with the idea that yes, we deliver them. And then he approaches them and says, chant the holy names. And Jagai and Madai, they are so drunk, they turn and they start coming to attack Nityananda Prabhu. And as a part of the Leela, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, both of them run away from there. And they run away from there. Hey. And this is, first of all, it's like multiple level, it's news. That some saintly people are going to Jagai and Madai. Like even ordinary people go away from Jagai and Madai. Why would saintly people go there? Like that itself was news. But then Jagai and Madai attacked them and they had to run away. In a pious society, that is a big news. Now, in today's world, it would be like viral on social media. What happened over here? So everybody knew about it. And then Mahaprabhu asked, who are these people? And Mahaprabhu came to know about it. Every evening, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, when they would come back, they would report what was happening. And when they would report, at that time Mahaprabhu would listen and appreciate. And Mahaprabhu asked, what is this? So Haridas Thakur told Advaita Acharya, was there. Haridas Thakur told Advaita Acharya, today, Nityananda Prabhu put our life in danger. Somehow we survived. So Advaita Acharya said that, you are going with a madman. What else do you expect will happen? So what else do you expect will happen? So in many ways, Advaita Acharya, he's talking about, see, there is, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is this word unmatta. Unmatta means mad or unmat. That is premonmad or divyonmad. Premonmad is the madness of love. Divyonmad is the divine madness. So basically, one characteristic of madness is disconnection with reality. And a mad person does not see what is happening. They may go right in the middle of a road. They may just pick up a sharp object. So if this is ordinary reality, now there is ordinary reality and there may be some danger. And if there is a danger, a normal person will avoid it. So, but a mad person, they can't perceive ordinary reality. So what happens is, there is ordinary madness where we can't perceive ordinary reality. But there is divine madness, where what happens is, one perceives a bigger reality, and that's why they don't perceive the ordinary reality. So Nityananda Prabhu is seeing this as an opportunity for great mercy. And then, as a matter of that great mercy, let's see what happens. The next line. So Etabal Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai. He would fall on the floor. It is one thing to go and request someone. It is another thing to fold the hand before someone. It's quite another thing to fall down. Not out of respect, but out of request. To make a request fervently, we fall down. That is a complete level of humility. Sonara Parvata Jene Dhulate Lotai. He was majestic, he was beautiful, his golden complexion felt like a golden mountain had fallen on the ground. Yeah.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Etabali Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
Sonara Parvata Jena Dhulate Lotai.
So the first time Nityananda Prabhu went and he came back. Now sometimes the Lord performs his Leela in such a way that he increases the suspense. He increases the excitement. So one time there was a setback. Nityananda Prabhu said, I'm not going to go there again. But Nityananda Prabhu decided to go again over there. He again decided to approach the same people. So one is we may be disrespected. The other is we may be assaulted. That's even more threatening. So Nityananda Prabhu was, Jagai and Madai, they are drunk and they are intoxicated and they are in their own world. They are actually mad. There are two madmen meeting over here. One is materially mad, another is spiritually mad. So when the two meet over there, at that time, now Jagai and Madai, they see this and they say, who is this person? Generally, most of the time when people drink or whatever they do, it is a way to forget the world. Just forget the world completely. You don't want to get involved in anything else at all. So, because often the world is boring, the world is irritating, the world is frustrating. And when a person wants to drink, it is all escapist. Like you have to escape from the world. So, and generally, when people get drunk, one of the things that happens is, we all have certain inhibitions. Inhibitions can have negative sense, but it is in a positive sense, but there's some restraint is there. What is not to be done? As this year itself, in Florida, 2-3 incidents happened. In America, multiple places, Florida also that. Like there was this in this Christmas and New Year, they have their basketball games. So it happened that 2 places there was this husband, he was just drinking and watching a basketball game. His wife said, now let's come for Christmas dinner. He said, no, don't disturb me. He said, no, let's come, all family will have dinner together. And his husband got so annoyed, he picked up a gun and shot his wife. And yes, then there was he had a small girl and he shot her also. He said, don't kill me. And then he felt so guilty afterward, he came back and shot himself also. So my point is that when people are drunk, they lose their sense of inhibition. Now this person, he was not a bad person. At that time, he just lost his good sense. And then he felt I did such a terrible thing, he killed himself also. So to approach somebody who is drunk and who's already tried to attack you before, and you have to run away, it requires an enormous level of courage. So Nityananda Prabhu approached. So Madai saw that and he said, get out of my way. It's like, generally speaking, when we want to escape from the world and somebody brings the world back, or I just want to forget the world, this problem, do this chore, do this, do that. So for Madai, this Nityananda Prabhu coming in, it was not just a disturbance. It was a disturbance definitely. Why are you disturbing me? But then he remembered, I had chased you last time. So in the past, everybody had been so scared of them that nobody would dare to mess with them or come in their way. The fact that Nityananda had come again, that angered Badai. That means you don't have fear of me. I already threatened you yesterday and I spared you, you ran away. Today I won't spare you. So his anger, out of that intoxication, Nityananda had not done anything wrong. Just politely approaching him. Please chant the holy names. And he just took he was drinking from a pot, and he took that pot of alcohol, he just flung it at Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu was very close to him. And when that pot hit him, his fight is heavily on his head. And now in the head normally there's not that much blood. Now the more blood is in the, if somebody is a knife wound in the stomach, a lot of blood comes. But he described that the blow on the head was so much that the whole of Nityananda Prabhu's body started dripping with blood. And he was dripping with blood. In one of the later Vaishnava poetry said that there was Nityananda Prabhu, for the sake, there's a poetic vision is given, like Bhishma, when he's shooting arrows, Krishna says Krishna feels it's like flowers. So Nityananda Prabhu feels that for the sake of Mahaprabhu, he is doing the abhishek of his own blood. So now at this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is already aware of the danger. Now he knows that Nityananda Prabhu is going to go over there. So he, at that time when this attack happens, immediately the news reaches Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu, although he is hit, rather than taking offense, he says, okay, you hit me, doesn't matter, but just chant the holy names. So he is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, Ekeya Kurunandana. That I just want you to be benefited. Now here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he comes there, he sees Nityananda Prabhu bathed in blood. He becomes enraged. And in his rage, it is described that many of you are hearing the story of the Gopa Kumar, or you'll hear it next time Varanda Shilpa comes and takes this Bhagavatamrita. So what happens? At the end of the story, when the Gop Kumar goes back to Golok Vrindavan, and Krishna is chatting and having fun with his Gopa friends, and he sees the Gop Kumar and he runs towards him and he hugs him, and then Krishna falls unconscious. And all the Gopas say, who are you and what did you do to our Krishna? So what happens is, Krishna loses his Krishna consciousness. So that is the extent of his love. Oh, you come back after being so away from me so far, you come back, welcome, he's so happy. So like that, what happens is, on seeing Nityananda Prabhu exalted, Gauranga loses his Gauranga consciousness. What that means? I have come not to kill people, but to kill their demoniac mentality. He forgets that and he says, Chakra, Chakra! He calls out and the Chakra appears in his hand. And he says, you dare to attack my devotee, I will destroy you. So, in one sense, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's forgetting his mission shows his love for Nityananda Prabhu. Just talking about this dynamic of the love between the two of them. Nityananda Prabhu's love is that he has confidence in Mahaprabhu's mercy. He can deliver anyone. And for Mahaprabhu's sake, I will take any risk that is required. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love is that, he forgets his own mission. Just like Krishna, when Arjuna is threatened, Krishna forgets his own vow and he takes up a chakra to attack Bhishma in the Mahabharata. Like that, what happens over here? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picks up a chakra or calls a chakra. And when the chakra appears, it looks as if the sun has risen in the sky. It is such a powerful, blinding light. Mahaprabhu is about to release it. In the meanwhile, what has happened? That Madai first hits Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu is humbly telling him, please just chant. Seeing this, Madai gets even more angry. His goal is to just push him away, drive him away. He's just not going. He looks for another pot somewhere to hit him again. But among the two, Jagai is a bit sober. And Jagai sees that this saintly person, he's so kind. Now, they have both have been Brahmanas before. They know about what is, to some extent, what is right and what is wrong. So he says that this is really a great saintly person. And when Madai tries to find another pot to hit him again, then Jagai comes in between. And Jagai stops him. So now, see what happens, people may be intoxicated. Like people are drunk in a party and you go and talk with them and nobody cares. But if police come and police shoot the bullets in the eye, so all the alcohol goes away. Is it the intoxication? When there's a bigger danger, all the intoxication disappears. So when they see the chakra and they see Mahaprabhu showing almost something like a Ugra Narasimha Marupa over there, so furious. So both of them, they become scared, they become alarmed, they become terrified. And Mahaprabhu is about to discharge the chakra to lop off the heads of Jagai and Madai. And just as he's about to do that, Mahaprabhu is stopped by Nityananda Prabhu. So his mercy, Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, is not just that he reaches out to people. He also reaches out to the Lord. And here he says, my dear Lord, if I have ever done anything to please you, if I have done any punya, if I have done any bhakti, please give me some charity. And in charity, give me the bodies of these two people. So, give me the bodies of these two people. Mahaprabhu was still angry, he said that. No, but he attacked you. So, Nityananda Prabhu, he understands the mood. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, how to pacify him. Yeah, it was just once, so it's a minor wound. But this Jagai intervened and he stopped me. He prevented me from being attacked. He protected me. So, on hearing this, Mahaprabhu has come at that point to protect Nityananda Prabhu. And when he hears that Jagai protected him, Mahaprabhu's heart becomes softened. And he embraces Jagai. And Jagai just melts in love of God by that. The potent mercy of Mahaprabhu completely removes all sinful tendencies within him. It's so potent, what a great mercy this is. Mahaprabhu, as he releases the mercy, he falls at the feet, he releases him from the embrace, he falls at the feet of Mahaprabhu and surrenders to him. Now seeing this, Madai says, we were equal partners in crime. We did everything together. So please give us mercy also together. So Mahaprabhu says, but you hit my Nityananda. Nityananda says, please, O Lord, give mercy on both of them. And then, right in front of everyone, Mahaprabhu beholds them, glances at them with his compassionate eyes. And then the embodied or personified sinful activities, all their sins from their body come out. And they seem to apparently enter into the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when they enter into the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at that time, everybody is beholding it. And because the sins are very dark and black, so as they enter into Mahaprabhu's body starts becoming dark and black. And they say, what is happening? So Haridas Thakur, he folds his hands, he says, Gaur Sundar has become Shama Sundar now. And then Mahaprabhu says that I have taken all your sinful activities now and do not sin again. And then that which Mahaprabhu has taken disappears, and Mahaprabhu's golden effulgent form appears once again. So Mahaprabhu it is who takes away the sinful activities of Chaitanya of Jagai and Madai, but it is Nityananda Prabhu who acts as the bridge, who reaches out to them, and then he reaches out to the deepest layer of Mahaprabhu's heart. At one level, Mahaprabhu's heart is, I want to protect Nityananda. At another level, Mahaprabhu's heart is, I want to deliver all fallen souls. So Nityananda Prabhu and his mercy that represents the mercy. It is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful manifestation, but the most merciful outreach of that manifestation is done through Nityananda Prabhu. So let's sing this last line and then we will stop. So Hena Avatara Jara Ratina Janmila. Such a merciful Lord, one who is so generous, one who is ready to give so much. If one's heart doesn't become attracted to that, then Lochana Bale Sei Papi Ela Aragela. That what is the value of life? What did we actually achieve? We just came in samsara chakra and went. The purpose of life is to develop attraction for the Lord. That otherwise it is all Shrama Evahi Kevalam. So this merciful manifestation of the Lord can inspire or soften our heart also and inspire us to also become attracted and devoted. Yes.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Aklodha Parmananda Nityananda.
Aklodha Parmananda Nityananda.
Adhikana Punya Nityananda Vedera.
Adhikana Punya Nityananda Vedera.
Adhana Prachita Sute Hari Hari Jiya.
Adhana Prachita Sute Hari Hari Jiya.
Hari Nama Mahamandra Krishna
Hari Nama Mahamandra Krishna
Hari Dekhe Hari Dekhe
Hare Dekhe Hare Hare Sante Krishna Hari.
Amare Kiya Raho Kalo Gaura.
Amare Kiya Raho Kalo Gaura.
Eka Oli Nityananda Bhume Bhakti.
Eka Oli Nityananda Bhume Bhakti.
Shona Bhakta Nityananda Sindhota.
Shona Bhakta Nityananda Sindhota.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Hinavatare Jaratina Janmila.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Lochakuli Sei Papila Kela.
Thank you. So this was Nityananda Prabhu's crowning manifestation of mercy. His purpose was to glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he did that by arranging for the deliverance of of Jagai and Madai through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Now, we were going to talk about the legacy. We became Yoga Brashta. So, but I'll make a couple of 10, 15 minutes is okay more? 5 minutes. I'll finish. So, basically, after Mahaprabhu goes to Jagannath Puri, Nityananda Prabhu goes with him. And Nityananda Prabhu wants to be with him, but Mahaprabhu says, Mahaprabhu knows what all Nityananda Prabhu has done in Bengal. So he says, you go back to Bengal. And you do continue going place to place and sharing Krishna Prema over there. Nityananda Prabhu doesn't want to go, but Mahaprabhu says, you go. And Mahaprabhu says, what you are doing is so important that don't even come over here. That, because the devotees from Bengal, they used to come back every 4 months, for 4 months after Masya, they would come to Puri. Mahaprabhu said, now, Mahaprabhu said, don't come. And Nityananda Prabhu every year would come. And every year when Mahaprabhu would see him, he would be very happy, he would embrace him. And then after 4 months they would go, next year don't come. Nityananda Prabhu would nod, and next year again he would come. So, it was that for a devotee, there are these two pulls. At one level, we want to go inward. We want to go deeper into our devotion. We want to say, do more deity worship, sing more, read more, become more and more inward, go towards Krishna. At the same time, we also want to go outward. It does also spread wider. So Nityananda Prabhu, his role, like Mahaprabhu, initially he travels South India, North India, but then he bases himself in Puri. And then Nityananda Prabhu manifests these dual aspects of a devotee's life. He comes to Puri for rejuvenation, and then he goes out to Bengal, that is for propagation. So for us, in our life also, that we have our sadhana. That is like our coming closer to Krishna, to connect with Krishna. Then our seva, our prachar, that is like spreading wider. So now there are phases. This happens on a daily basis, we have the cycle. But beyond that, we have our phases. And sometimes when we go for yatra, sometimes when there are festivals, that is the time when we go deeper and then we spread wider. So at one level, it may seem that in spreading wider, we are going further from Krishna. No, we are not going further from Krishna. By taking Krishna wider, we are pleasing Krishna. And when we are pleasing Krishna, then when we go deeper, we'll actually go deeper further by Krishna's mercy. So Prabhupada also, he went from Vrindavan, just like Nityananda Prabhu was in Puri, but from there he went to Bengal. So like that Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. From there he went to America. But it was not that Prabhupada left Vrindavan to go to America. Prabhupada carried Vrindavan in his heart when he went to America. Now we can take a pure devotee out of the dham, but we cannot take the dham out of the pure devotee. So Srila Prabhupada was the person who recognized or emphasized the importance of Nityananda Prabhu. Before Prabhupada, generally the Gaudiya temples were Gaura Gadadhar. So Gaura Gadadhar is Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna and Gadadhar is Srimati Radharani. So the idea is that the mood was much more internal. That we want to relish Krishna Bhakti. Of course, Bhaktivedanta Thakur would preach, but the legacy was more of Gaur Gadadhar. When Prabhupada went to America and he preached in America, Prabhupada emphasized that we need the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Every devotee who is especially living in an urban environment where there is so much Maya, we have our jobs, we have our careers, we have our families, but we also want to share Krishna Bhakti. So for all of us, the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu is very important. That's why Prabhupada made the central altar, not Gaur Gadadhar, but Gaur Nitai. That it is Nityananda Prabhu who is the Guru, and his mercy will protect us from Maya and connect us with Krishna. So Prabhupada carried on that legacy of Nityananda Prabhu. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed, it was Nityananda Prabhu who instructed and empowered Vrindavan Das Thakur and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to write the books about Mahaprabhu. And that's how Mahaprabhu's glory that was spread at that time by Nityananda Prabhu was spread by authors further through their books. And it was that Nityananda Prabhu who was the special inspiration and special emphasis of Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy today we are here to celebrate Nityananda Trayodashi. So let us offer our gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for introducing us to these divine manifestations, and to Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu for sending Srila Prabhupada into our lives, so that we all can grow in Krishna consciousness and we can help others to grow in Krishna consciousness. Nityananda Prabhu ki, Nityananda Virbhav Mahamahotsav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So let us thank His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu with three loud and enthusiastic. This day your hand should not be like this. Haribol, Haribol. Hari! Let us pray to Lord Nityananda Prabhu that he continues to send wonderful devotees for our spiritual awakening, spiritual nourishment to Gachibowli Satsang. So, in India, the world, one of the most happening place is Hyderabad, and also happening because it's very materialistic. A lot of things only materialistic.
People are here today, mood is different.
So definitely we need extraordinary souls to come here to awaken us before we get drifted away, in the name of development or progress or whatsoever we call. So very grateful that Radhesham Prabhu has made so many great souls to come here, and without because there is a whole mercy that is flowing through, and Srila Prabhupada, so many sannyasi Maharajas and Indraduni Maharaj was here recently, and now Chaitanya Charan Prabhu is here. It's not coincidental that Prabhuji is here on Nityananda Trayodashi. It is definitely planned by Lord Nityananda Prabhu only. Actually, we have planned Prabhuji's plan. Prabhuji, I think somewhere in last year, September or something like that, we planned these dates, and neither of us knew that Nityananda Trayodashi was coming in between. So, Prabhuji told me, do you think, I think 3 or 4 weeks back, do you think Nityananda Trayodashi is there in between? And then I started looking at the date. I said, oh my God, Nityananda Trayodashi is exactly falling in between Prabhuji's stay here. So, it's very nice that Prabhuji gave you time. Actually, it's extended class today. Yesterday, my wife was saying, cancel the class. Prabhuji is being extended into 4 classes. But then I was too greedy. And merciless also. That Prabhuji was saying 4 lectures I can't do Prabhu because he has to travel many places. But because we are all greedy here spiritually, and this is a great opportunity, very important day. Prabhuji told he'll only speak for 45 minutes or so because he needs some rest, but he went on for 1.5 hours. Because Nityananda Prabhu's influence and Prabhuji is bestowing it through him. So I would like to take this opportunity, not more time because I know, it's already 1 o'clock. Some of you might start eating, but hold on. So just hold on. I just want to say that Lord, I'm not going to repeat the lecture, but it's a very special day, very special occasion that we should acknowledge Nityananda Prabhu's Trayodashi coming just before our Bhumi Puja of the temple. Right? So Bhumi Puja of the temple is scheduled on 8th of March, and we are doing Nityananda Trayodashi exactly like 1 month before. And it's a great opportunity for all of us to connect with the temple, upcoming temple. So this temple, Prabhupada calls it oasis in this suffering material world, where many people are going to come to the temple and take shelter. When they enter the temple, they'll see Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will see Radha Krishna, they'll see Ashta-shaktis, they'll see, Narsinghadev on top of the hill, they'll see Panchatattva, yeah, that's what I told you. So, there's so many things they're going to see. They're going to see devotees. So, we are creating a home in which everybody can come. And as part of this, when we go to a temple, what is the most important part of the temple that we all go? In ISKCON it is Govinda, but but still, what is the most important part of the temple we all go to? Deities. It's not so secure, I don't know. We go to the deities, right? When we go to Venkateshwara, when we go to Tirupati, whose darshan do we take? Lord Venkateshwara Swami, right? That is a must. That is the place that we go to. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, when you go to this temple, you're all going to see the deities. And just imagine, Prabhu, can you bad job. Correct. It's a little bit distracting when you're all in between. Yeah. So when you go to the temple and you're seeing the details, just imagine. What is your family name? Your name?
My name.
Deepak. Your family name? Family का नाम होगा. पूरा नाम क्या? Goyal. Surname?
Yes, Goyal.
Goyal. So just imagine in 2220, 2026 right now, right? 2226. 200 years later, one Ayush Goyal will come to the temple, right? And he'll go and see the deities. Then he'll see something is written below. And then he sees, oh, there is this Goyal. I am also Goyal. I am also Goyal. Well, because one Goyal right now has contributed to the deities. It is not just we doing it, because it's our next generations will see that name. So this is the special opportunity that is created by Bhakti Charan Maharaj when he was last year. He told, how do we make people get connected to the temple? And there are many already here who have done that. Can everybody who has sponsored for the deity lift your hand? Yeah, so many have already done it. Now what Maharaj did is he came with a very 8th of March there is Bhumi Puja, right? So 8th of March, here is the. I have around 25 brochures with me. Just showing one of them. This is the Bhumi Puja brochure, 8th of March, right? Now 8th of March, what will happen is we will actually go there, Ananda stage and all the whole Bhumi Puja procedure will happen. Many of us would not have seen Bhumi Puja here till our life. Have you seen? No, right? Yeah. Before we came here, many temples were already there. Somebody else did Bhumi Puja. After we die, some other temples will come. Somebody else will do the Bhumi Puja. This is the only temple which, when we are alive, in front of our eyes, Bhumi Puja is going to happen. And we are all going to be part of it. Right? So it's a very special occasion where you will get an opportunity to go and perform the Bhumi Puja. When you become part of this scheme, don't worry, it's not a very difficult scheme to do. It's 5 lakh rupees, but to be given in 5 years. Right? To be given in 5 years, which means every year 1 lakh. Which means every month 8,000. Which means 2 times you fill your petrol tank. As simple as that, right? So it's something doable. It's something doable for many. All you have to do is you have to commit for 1 lakh by this 1st of March. Right? So that I'm part of it. Right? And then you give that, and then on the Bhumi Puja day, you'll be given 2 bricks. 2 bricks. On one brick, your family name, your name, everything, like Goyal Prabhu. The entire family name will be written. Right? You can write your parents' name, you can write your name, and that brick, 2 bricks will be given to you. 1 brick, during Bhumi Puja time, you will keep it there as part of the Bhumi Puja. And another brick, you are going to take it to your house. Right? So you are going to wait to keep that next brick. So you will keep that brick every day. You are not going to keep it in almari or anything. You will keep it in the Garbhagudi of your house, where the altar is there. You are going to keep it there. And every day when you are doing puja, you are going to look at that brick. And you are going to request that brick, that please allow me to place it under the feet of Shri Radha Krishna. right? So you're going to pray. And your intense prayers, actually I was thinking the other side of the scheme is actually Maharaj is indirectly saying 500 chosen people, 500 chosen families are going to pray every day for the temple to manifest soon. Right? So every time you see the brick, you are like praying, when will I keep that brick? Krishna, make it happen, make it happen. So many prayers together will intensify, and the day will come, whether it is 2 years, 3 years or 1 year, you don't know. Right? When Krishna or Kuvera will send his relatives, whatever will happen. So the temple is going to be ready. Not the whole temple, but at least the main Garbhagudi and the altar is ready. At that time, Radha Krishna deities will be procured. Right? And the money that you are giving will be used for Radha Krishna deities. Right? So it's a great opportunity. And the brick which is being worshipped by you in your house for more than, 1 year, 2 years, you want it lesser. You are going to take that brick, keep it on your head, and walk from your house to the temple on the day of deity installation. And you will keep the brick with your own hands under the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So this is a very personal offering. And people do Pitra Paksha and so many things for their ancestors, which should be done. But what about this? Your Gotram, your whole family lineage, your ancestors sitting in different lokas, right? They all. There should be one more mic like this, so somebody can see. Oh, this is not the mic. Can anyone see? One more mic like this? It's between all of you. Prabhu, it's top of that. Correct. Yeah. So, just think, people do a lot of karma kandik things, which is also needed. Our ancestors, as it's a responsible thing, Sanatana Dharma, that we deliver the ancestors even after they have left us. And even after we leave, our children are going to take the process on. Look at this. You are actually delivering your ancestors by writing the Gotram and your family name right on the brick and keeping it under the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. What can be greater than this? Right? Doesn't mean you should not do the other rituals. But look at this. Your family name will be there forever. And whenever, and by the way, why should one person keep a name in the temple? Is it not another way of, pride that, my name is there? Actually, I was thinking the another way of looking at it is that every time, say, just like Goel Prabhu's name, right? So Goel, one name is written. Somebody will come and see the deities. Oh, how beautiful the deities are. And they'll look down, something is written. And he'll read there, Ayush Goel. Something like that he'll read. And as soon as he reads it, who is hearing it? Krishna is hearing it. Right? So our name is being heard by Lord Krishna, and once again reminded to Lord Krishna, please deliver this soul wherever he is. Right? So it's a prayer for the whole family, which happens every time somebody reads. So don't think it's like a branding thing or marketing thing that, I want my family name on every step, I want here. Why it should be there? Not because you are great. Because we need the greatest God to deliver the greatest fallen person. We want the prayer to happen throughout. We want our name to be seen or spoken at least once. And whenever you send your friends to this or your relatives to this temple also, when they come, they see, they have actually, been part of this temple. So I am requesting Chaitanya Prabhu to hold at least some forms that I have, and from his hands on Nityananda Trayodashi day. Without Nityananda's mercy, we cannot get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, we cannot get the mercy of Radha Krishna. And all that is possible if you take the form, whoever wants to take this opportunity. Again, I said, scheme is very simple. 1 lakh by this 1st of March, and you will get the bricks. Because 1st of March, we will get to know who all are taking, we have to print the bricks. And let me tell you, already more than 200 are gone. And remaining 300 will be gone just very soon. They will be done, right? So you have these forms here, 25 of them. Family can go ahead and take this option, and you can pay. The next 1 lakh you don't have to pay it once. You can think about it, whatever modifications, because we want families to get attached to this temple. It's a great opportunity. How many are excited about this? Yeah, you are all excited? Yes. sometimes we don't need to consult too many. How many decisions in your life you made by consulting somebody? Barely any. Because we always like to make our own decisions. So don't make this decision for consulting very. So this is the most important, the personal relationship between you and soul, between you and Krishna, soul and Paramatma, right? Here we have come alone, we are going back alone, but before we are going, we are leaving a mark of our existence on this planet, saying that while I was here, I didn't waste my time, I have served Radha and Krishna, right? So here is Gopi Puja brochure. I'm going to chant Hare Krishna mantra. While I chant Hare Krishna mantra, anybody who lifts their hand, I give the form to them, they can take it from Prabhuji's hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. What is it? Okay. Hare Krishna.
One more form.
Yeah, we will give. But you just tell the name now. Can somebody make a note? We will give the form. We'll call out. No, everybody who took the form. Wait a second. Everybody took the form. I'm going to pass this mic to them. Tell your name, your family name, and your parents' name. Because without that mercy, it will be. Yeah, Prabhuji has to leave for another event. So please, excuse. Let us thank Prabhuji 3 loud and enthusiastic. Yeah. So please, everybody settle down. Don't get up. Let Prabhuji go. Yeah. So, Hare Krishna, can somebody open a mobile and start writing? Yeah. Everybody sit down, please. It's just 2 minutes. We are done. Let us take advantage of this Nityananda Trayodashi in the best possible way. Hare Krishna, please everybody sit down. Mataji, please sit down. Because if you stand up, it's difficult to convey. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, I want first who took? Yeah, Deepa Mataji. Can you please tell in front of Lord Nityananda Prabhu that which family you wanted? Of course, we're all part of the family of the big Vasudeva Kutumbakam. But please tell your name, your parents' name, and pass the mic to the next person. Hare Krishna. And we all will tell Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Deepa Nitana,
Hari Bol.
wife of Srinivas Nitana. Parents' name is Vinikonda Subramanyeshwar Rao and Usha Vinikonda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Who is the next family who took it? Yes, bro.
My initial name and
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. My initial name is Raghunath Das and my legal name is Ravi Koluru and my parents' names are Raju Koluru and Chandrakala Koluru.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. And your Gotram also you can tell, bro. Tejo Dharma Rishi. Your Gotram, Haritasa. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah, who is the next one who took? One more person just now took the form. Yeah. When she comes back, anybody who is... Prabhu, whoever took, please react.
I have taken.
Yeah. Come, I'll get the mic to you.
Pavan 82, Kirtana, Gangaram, Lakshmi.
Hari Bol.
PHL Sri Rama.
Hari Bol. Prabhuji, Nityananda Prabhu is hearing this. Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu is hearing this. Very special day. On this day, whatever we do, he is going to directly sanction. And don't think it is not possible. It is possible. It's happening right now. Yeah. Prasad Prabhu. Yeah, you tell. You go ahead. Yeah.
Lakshmi, Sunita, Shashgir Rao,
Ennapu,
Shashgir Rao and Rajarajeshwari.
Rajarajeshwari Mata. Gotra? Nagaluru. Hare Krishna. Why I am telling Gotra? Why is it important Gotra? Your identity. All the way from where? The Rishi from which you started. So Krishna is hearing the whole family. Prabhuji and Mataji, whatever you are doing here is going to go all the way to the lineage of the ancestors. Right? So I want that to be recognized. Without their mercy, we will not be here in this body with this condition. So yes, bro.
Hare Krishna. Gotram name Upalapura. My name is Jawari Durganath Prasad. Jawari Madhuri. Parents name Jawari Purnachandra Rao. Jawari Venkateshwar.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah. Now the forms are. Anybody else I missed? Yeah. The forms are over right now, but then the forms are there. I think there are another 200 left. 300 should be gone roughly. So you can still tell your name and gotra on Nityananda Trayodashi day. We'll make sure that you get the form. You can reach out to Mahesh Prabhu. He will give the form to you. Okay? Anybody else? Yes, bro. Take me.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Take care of
Our Gotram is Haripasa Gotram, and my name is Kumantara Venkat Sandrag, and wife is Vaishnavi Desai. Parents are Kumantara Upendranath and Kumantara Swatirmai.
Prabhu, these names are going on the brick under Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes. Any other family who wants their name under the brick? Yes? Yeah, Shilpa Mataji. Can you pass the mic? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, don't think too much. The one who is building the temple also is going to send the funds for him. And the funds are only going to come through you. So they'll come to you. Don't worry. Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Shilpa Bhosle,
Yes,
wife of Ajay Bhosle, and my in-laws, Nagendra Rao Bhosle and Sulochana Bhosle.
Hare Krishna.
Gotram is Vishwamitra.
Vishwamitra Gopal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nityananda Prabhu, special mercy on this day, Mataji. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And do you all know that Nityananda Prabhu's garland is here? Can you imagine the garland has come here? We didn't plan. Satyadev Prabhu brought it, and it was whole yesterday night. I think today Mangalarti that garland was there. So all these families, please wear the garland once and pass it on to others before you go. Today is a very, very special day, right from the temple. Yeah, any other family who wants Nityananda Prabhu's mercy on this very special day? Krishna deities, their name under the deities. For the first time, husbands are looking at wife, wife is looking at husband. For all other dishes, they don't look. Just kidding, come on. Anybody? Any family who wants to do it?
The same today morning at Avatar.
And Avatar also did?
We took from the hands of Chaitanya.
Some Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. Yeah. So anyway, so the scheme is on, Prabhus and Matajis. Don't miss this opportunity. We don't get to get this kind of opportunity in our life. Rarely it happens. So please take advantage of it. You can meet any of your leaders, who are preaching in different communities, Mayam Krishi or, Aparna Zenith or, many places, Lansam, Avatar, like 26 places are there. Please approach those leaders. Take, when Balgand Prabhu is also, I don't know if he's here, but, Balgand Prabhu also has taken many forms. Let us see, devotees, we go ahead and commit in front of God that He will take care. And He actually takes care. And how is He taking care? By allowing us to serve. So please come forward and be part of this scheme. Only few forms are left. Once it is done, it's a logged scheme. It's not like, you come in April and tell Prabhu, now I am thinking I will know. It's over. Radha Krishna deities in ISKCON Cyberabad temple, which will last for 1,000 years, are available opportunity only right now till March 1st. After that, they are done. Even if 500 are not over, we will cut it off on March 1st because we have to print on the bricks. It takes time to print and prepare the bricks for 8th March. Right? So my humble request, please go ahead and approach Prabhuji is here. All the leaders, any satsang that you're coming from, where you're coming from, and block your brick. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Prashadam is there. Please take your time to reach out till there because my humble another request. How many are here who are not part of the Arantai group of this Gachibowli satsang? Who are not part. Arantai అనే ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉన్నది, దాంట్లో ఒక వాట్సాప్ లాంటిది, దాంట్లో ఎంతమంది లేరు చేతులు లేపండి. If so many less people are there, then why are you not giving the counts? See, it's my humble request, Prabhuji, we only got 90 people count. And today, by Krishna's grace, we have more than 300 people here. Now, so much anxiety for prasadam, right? So my humble request for festivals, please give counts so that we can make a sufficient arrangement. So thank you very much. We will now have the prasadam and disperse. Nityananda Trayodashi ki Jai Vishnupada Paramata Acharya Stotra Javan A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupada Paramata Acharya Stotra Javan Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Namacharya Srila Das Thakur ki Jai Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Samaloja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Om Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Radha Kund Shama Kund Giri Govardhan ki Jai Naudvip Mayapur धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय गंगे मैया की जय यमुने मैया की जय भक्ति देवी की जय कलियुग पावन तुलसी महारानी की जय नाम संकीर्तन की जय ट्रांसलेंडल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय ट्रांसलेंडल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यस्य
कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय।
नमस्ते
नरसिंहाय।
नमस्ते